What's up, guys? Corporal 24 here, San Francisco Bay Area, California. Axis&Allies Anniversary using the 1940 global setup. Again, this is not the official setup. Just want to make sure that's clear. This is what the board looks like after 5 rounds in the books. It's been really fun. Some big news on this last turn, and I will give you the recap in just a few seconds here. Well, we'll start off with the Germans like we always do. Germany has been seesawing between some of these territories with the Russians, and Archangel, Belarusia, Eastern Ukraine, and Stalingrad, just going back and forth. Again, the Germans don't want to commit too much, because if they go heavy into territory, the Russians could counterattack with that massive army. And like I've been saying, the Russians would love to trade infantry for tanks if they can. So the Germans are just being very careful where they go, trying to take some of these territories with limited resources if they can. Yeah, they did built up here in France and were reinforced by 4 German fighters, because the Western Allies, as you can see, are now making a play here. So Germany and Italy are kind of hunkering down and boosting the defenses here, as you can see. 3 subs left the Baltic Sea and are patrolling the English Channel. We'll see if Germany could put those U-boats into use this upcoming turn. And they still have the Scharnhorst, a cruiser and a destroyer, just hanging out in the Baltic Sea, protecting that transport. So Germany making in the 50s. We'll see what they do in the Eastern Front on this upcoming turn. Russia, like I said, just trading territories with Germany, also with limited resources. Main forces of Moscow, a massive army. They did lose 6 men this last turn to the Japanese. They finally took the bait and went south. The Japanese had to go up north, clean out the Russians. You can see no more Russians there. They are helping the Chinese, though, take some of these territories back. We'll see how long that lasts, because Japan on this last turn took Calcutta. Huge victory for the Japanese. And they wiped out that Siberian army up in Buryatia. So now that the Japanese have those 2 objectives out of the way, they could pretty much just concentrate on the Russians and China and Asia. So we'll see how the Russians and Chinese respond to that. And also they have to deal with this American fleet, which left Iwo Jima and went to the Hawaiian Islands. Japan's main fleet is off Seazone 62. They're going to have to take some of these territories back probably this upcoming turn. Iwo Jima and the Philippine Islands, which gives America a 5 IPC bonus. Yeah, Japan collected his 3 NOs. Like I said, now they can pretty much concentrate on the American fleet, and they can concentrate on the Chinese and Russians now fully, now that they have taken Calcutta and they have this Russian presence gone in Siberia. Australia just hanging tight right now, nothing too much going on there. UK lost India. They still have some forces in Egypt. That could be the last defense in the Middle East for the Allies. They did take Italy this last turn. In Morocco, they dismantled that army there. They were joined by the Americans and now have definitely some good numbers. Question is where they're going to land. Italy's an option. As you can see, Italy just playing defense. France is an option. Northwestern Europe and Norway. Probably France won't be an option, actually, because they'll be right next to Germany, and Germany could just send them back into the seas. Plus there's 4 fighters there. So most realistic option is either they hold till more reinforcements come, or they look at Northwestern Europe, Norway, or Italy. England not building too much off London, but they're just holding there. So yeah, nothing too much going on with UK. Italy just playing defense. They've been getting bombed by America every turn. They brought a tank from the Eastern Front to help out. Should be their next turn. And they still have that army in Ukraine kind of just following the Germans wherever they go. America got a lot of ships here off Gibraltar with Britain. More reinforcements coming. They did take the Philippine Islands. It'll be a quick victory and probably won't last very long because Japan will take it back this upcoming turn. And it consolidated in Season 53 with more subs coming. They decided to go with subs. They're cheap and cannon fodder and big naval clashes. China expanding with Russia. But like I said earlier, I don't know how long it's going to last now that India is out of the way and the Siberian Russian army is gone. Japan can go pretty hard against them now, and they have one factory there, one there, and they also have this factory in Calcutta, but everything that comes from Calcutta will most likely head west. So that's 5 rounds in the books. It's been very fun so far. I feel like the Allies are starting to get into the game now, and I could be trouble for the Germans and Italians, but yeah, because I don't think the Germans are strong enough to take their Moscow right now. So I think the Russians could buy at least a few more rounds. So the Western Allies are going to have to act and get the Germans and Italians' attention somewhere. Both Japan and Germany are collecting all three of their national objectives, and they're both making in the 50s. So let's see if the Allies could get some momentum here as we get ready to start round 6. All right, guys. Talk soon. Deuces.